All right. Useful sites and social media voices is probably one of the most important things you're going to need to keep track of. In any type of investment, you need to have your fundamental analysis and your technical analysis. Your fundamental is going to be based on current events, market moving voices, things you need to keep in touch with. Maybe an article from 3 weeks ago rings true to something that happens today. You can't predict this. You just got to be informed. This is where we're going to do it. Now, we went ahead and hand selected a couple of different sites that we find to be the most reliable educational resources on the internet. So let's just get into them. I put the notes down, so I'm just going to read them off to you. I certainly recommend you go check out these sites. They're very user friendly, and it's just you could just go down the rabbit hole, and you'll find out 2-3 hours later how much you've learned just reading and having fun doing it. So CoinDesk.com is the gold standard for this. It's the leader in Bitcoin and blockchain technology, breaking news, outstanding real-time journalists. There's a new article every 18 minutes, it seems like, and they're all relevant. It's similar to Bitcoin.com and Cointelegraph.com. Bitcoin.org is a fairly cute little site, actually. It's simple. It has education, it has cute little videos, simple resources, frequently asked questions. It's just, you should look at it. And lastly, CoinMarketCap.com. This is every coin that exists on an exchange, and they're filtered from largest to smallest. You'll see how many coins there are in circulation, what's the market cap, and market cap is every coin times the price. That's the capitalization of the market. The volume that's being traded, the price of the coin, just everything you need to know. So say, for instance, coin ABC was ranked 1300th in size yesterday, and now all of a sudden it's ranked 700th, and you see the volume spike. Well, that's an indicator. Go buy that coin. That's almost one where you don't even need to think, you don't even need to research it all. Just buy it. And then do your research. Now, I'm not advocating don't do research, do it, but I'm saying some things are obvious, and this is a site that you could find it on. Now, these are important. Social media voices. Because the people we're going to go through are all the biggest names in the industry. And with the technology today, when they put an idea out on Twitter, whether it's a good idea or it's a bad idea, the fact that who they are and why they're saying it for such a market that has so much unknown, people will just race to them. So let's say you own stocks and Warren Buffett comes out and says, American Airlines looks like it's going to go bankrupt. That might not even be close to being true. But no one's going to ask questions because Warren Buffett said it. And American Airlines will probably go down 50% that day. And then people are going to say, whoa, wait a second, let's maybe the old man drank too many milkshakes today. And that's how this works. So who's our Warren Buffetts? Nick Szabo. Now, there are some till this day that still vehemently claim that Nick Szabo is in fact the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, which is the creator of Bitcoin. Throughout the early period of Bitcoin revolution, the then fledgling crypto community was rife with the assertion that Nick Szabo was the anonymous Bitcoin creator. However, Nick has always denied the claim. I don't blame him. If he is, I wouldn't say I was. Now, Nick is a colossal figure not only in the cryptocurrency community, but also for his work in cryptography and digital currency in general. The coinage of the term smart contract is attributed to Nick. Smart contracts are a central part of the Ethereum blockchain ecosystem. His digital currency BitGold was in many ways a precursor to Bitcoin. Though it was never implemented, BitGold shared a lot of similarities with the core protocols of which Bitcoin is built on today. Now, Nick was a graduate of computer science from Washington University. He's a consummate expert in cryptography, blockchain programming language, and cryptocurrency architecture. Such is his influence in the Ethereum community that the developers named a subunit of Ether in his name. One Szabo is 1/1,000,000th of an Ether. Juthika Chow. Now, she's the co-founder and president of LedgerX, a Bitcoin futures trading platform. She graduated from MIT with a double major in mathematics and computer science. Good job, Miss Chow. She spent the better part of her pre-cryptocurrency career as a trader at Goldman Sachs. Is there someone more qualified to listen to? She worked with the firm for 6 years before establishing LedgerX with her husband, Paul, who's also her colleague at Goldman Sachs. With CFTC approval, which is a commodity exchange board, received by the company in July of last year, Juthika is at the forefront of improving the mass adoption of Bitcoin trading in the mainstream financial market. With her experience in Wall Street, she is creating an environment that allows the inflow of more institutional money into the Bitcoin trading arena. Barry Silbert. Now, Barry is the founder and CEO of DCG, which is Digital Currency Group, which is heavily involved in the seeding and investing in blockchain-based enterprises. The company also manages crypto investment portfolios for a number of clients. Apart from his involvement in DCG, Barry is also the founder and CEO of Grayscale Investments, as well as being involved in CoinDesk and Ethereum Trust. A graduate of Emory University with a degree in finance, Barry holds substantial investments in Bitcoin and more than 100 other altcoins. He remains an important figure when it comes to knowing which altcoins are worth investing in. He regularly shares his insights in the altcoin market on a regular basis via his Twitter account. Eric Voorhees. Now, Eric is one of the earliest adopters of cryptocurrency. In fact, since as early as 2011, Eric has been involved in the market. He has been voted as one of the most influential figures in the cryptocurrency and blockchain community by many leading publications in the space. Starting his cryptocurrency journey as the head of marketing for BitInstant, he then co-founded Coinapult in 2012 and Shapeshift in 2014. These days, he is the CEO of Shapeshift, a company reputed to being the provider of the quickest cryptocurrency swap platform in the world. Eric relishes sharing his wealth of knowledge and experience. He graduated in 2007 from the University of Puget Sound with a BA in Business Leadership and Political Economics. Eric's Twitter feed is a veritable goldmine for useful information on the many matters that concern the crypto and blockchain tech industry. Tim Draper. Now, Tim is a renowned VC, which is venture capitalist and angel investor. He is the founder of Draper Associates, which specializes in seed stage investment in extraordinary projects. Tim has been an avid participant in the crypto space. He bought 3,000 Bitcoin after U.S. Marshals shut down the notorious Silk Road platform. Tim is something of a lucky charm for ICOs, as his association with an ICO often leads to a successful crowdfunding exercise. He backed the Tezos project in 2017 and raised over $200 million. He also supported and invested in the Bancor project, which raised over $150 million. Tim has been vocal in calls for the SEC to provide a favorable regulatory framework for ICOs, which is initial coin offerings, and cryptos in general. Via his Twitter feed, Tim is known to provide useful information about opportunities and risk in the cryptocurrency market. He generally has a knack for identifying worthwhile altcoin projects. Lastly, I want to go ahead and add a couple of notable mentions. My favorite is actually the third one. So you have Roger Ver, Catherine Nicholson. Now, Andres Antonopoulos, I'd suggest taking down his name. Search him on YouTube. If you know nothing about Bitcoin or blockchain, just watch a 20-minute presentation by him. He literally has the most skilled way, the most fantastic skill set to allow a complete novice to become a complete pro within 20 minutes. So please certainly heed that advice. Elizabeth Stark, Mark Andreessen, Fred Eshram, and Ben Horowitz.